Welcome friends. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a number which is not our core number. See, we have in our life very important numbers whose vibrations and frequencies play a magnificent role in our life. So everything has got energy, as I've already told you. Everything has energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only change the form. And that energy of the number, of the vibrations of any alphabet, will be around you, and that will impact you. So the most important numbers are the life path number, which I've already always told in past few lectures also. Then expression number, then your soul urge or your heart's desire number. Then they are the basic numbers. Then maturity numbers could be the sub lessons you're here to learn, and one of them is attitude number. The important life cycles are pinnacle cycles also in your life, pinnacle numbers, giving you an idea of the four cycles which you are going to have in your life cycles or in your lifespan. Before going further with the attitude number, I must tell you, if you really want to know how people see you, how people perceive you, what do they see when they see you, is your attitude number. So if you really want to know how to calculate your attitude number and how are people actually perceiving you, how people look at you, and what do they find about you when they see you, when they interact with you, this is what is going to help you here. If you want to actually know that, please see till the end so that you have an idea and you can calculate with a copy and pen in your hands, which is very, very simple how to calculate. I'm going to tell you everything about the attitude number here. The attitude number could be your personality number also. That is what is your personality, that is what is your calling, that is what are your vibrations, that is how you're attracting that kind of people. What kind of people are you attracting with this personality number, with this attitude number? I will not say this is the personality number, but this is your attitude number, and that is what you are showing to the world. If you want to see and know that, please watch this video till the end, and please, please, please subscribe my videos, and do share this with your friends and family. Just share it, and you know you're going to get a lot of blessings out of it. See, now I want to tell you something about the attitude number. It is the general approach, how you're approaching to the world, and what are the first impressions on others. See, it is so important to give the right kind of impression to others, be it your career, be it your relationship, be it your everything in life is your first impression. It is so important to give the right kind of first impression, and that is what is so important about this number. It is not your core number. It may not be that important with your life path number, as important as your expression number, as important as your soul urge number. But yes, attitude number has a place of its own, and I must tell you, when you calculate this attitude number, you should know your life path number also. And being able to know about your life path number, do know one thing, that your life path number, if it is not gelling with the attitude number, can have some impact. So you need to actually see, are they gelling or are they not gelling. And the calculation is very simple. You need to take your month of birth and your day of birth. Whatever your day of birth and whatever your month of birth. Now here I'm taking an example of somebody who's taken birth on 12th of December, which is very simple. 12 and 12. 12th of December means the month is 12th and the day is also 12. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and again 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. We will add this month to a single digit and it will come as 3. We will add this day of birth as a single digit, 12, 1 plus 2, 3, and it comes to be 6. So whosoever this person is has an attitude number of 6 in it. And now we'll know how and what these numbers will tell you about yourself, and what your impression you're giving to the world about your attitude, about your how the people are seeing you, how they're getting what this when they see you, what they're getting, what is there in for them. So they may not be that important than core number. I've been repeating it again and again, but they're very, very important because they can intensify or they can actually nullify. Nullify, I won't say, they can temper the effect of these important numbers. So let's start with anybody who got the attitude number as 1 could be very self-motivated, want to be at the number 1 or the peak of the situations. They would be very independent. Their daily approach to life is to be the need to be on the first leadership qualities, but just to do things very fast, driven to the best, and they are pioneering in every field. So with attitude number 1, you are giving the impression of being a pioneer, being a leader, wanting to be at the number 1 position, wanting to be in the front only, wanting to have you are so self motivated that people will come to know as an so independent you are. And your daily approach is like that also, because you're driven to the best. That is what the impression you're giving to others. Now let's move to the number 2, or you can say 11 2 also. So I'm just summing up the master numbers along with it also. See, this is a number which is very compassionate. This is a number which you kneel. It's a kneeling number. You know the right thing to say to others. So people know dealing with number 2 means somebody knows what to say and when to say it, somebody who's observant enough, somebody who's very diplomatic, somebody who can bring harmony to you, somebody who will get exhausted doing that, somebody who's very detail oriented, especially if you have number 11 to it, somebody who's observing everything and then taking things to a next level, and then keenly observe, after the keen observation they are going to give you advice, and by diplomacy they will say what they want to say, they will do what they want to do, but with a pinch of diplomacy with it. They are very intuitive. So if you're number 2, you're giving the impression that you're very intuitive, you know everything, you are diplomatic, you know what to say, when to say, you bring harmony and peace, you bring detail to the things, you have the way with the words, you know what to say and when to say, you're very detail oriented also, and you're very observant, and this is what people will see in you first. Now let's move to number 3. Number 3 means you are very charismatic. You are very creative. You have that aura that is attractive to others. You have a different kind of enthusiasm. You're so infectious. Your enthusiasm is so infectious. You actually bring life to the room where you enter, and people get attracted towards you for that. And but one thing is there, I must tell you, and through my experience I've seen with number 3 attitude people, that they try to impress other. So it's not necessary for you to impress others. Your energy is good enough for others that they get so attracted towards you, that they get impressed on you and impressed with you, and you have you know what, you are just childlike. It's so beautiful. You are just a wonderment, and you are a performer, and your energy really impress others. You have an infectious enthusiasm. Can't you see that? You have an infectious enthusiasm, and you get to actually transport the kind of positive energy that you imitate out of you. So this is how people are seeing you, and you don't need to please too much. Let's move to number 4 attitude, which is a very competent number, because this is a number which is very organizing number. You're very organized, and you really like to do things bluntly and honestly, but you're very blunt, and that can give you little indifference. People can feel indifference toward you because you feel very rigid on something, because you're very systematic, you love to make foundations, you build up things, and that is very important for you, and you learn new skills, and you have that power to learn a new skill to a higher level, so that you can even teach to others. You go into repairing, you go into healing, you go into occupation which need to love others, but that is very organized, very hardworking, very rigid for you. So I must tell you that you are into building and repairing your orientation, and you don't need to take any risk, and you take calculated risk on only, and that is very systematic energy that you imitate, that you actually present to the world, and that is what people see you as in. Let's move to number 5. This is a number so loving freedom. This number loves freedom. So people who love their freedom, they know that freedom has to be in a disciplined way. They know that they have their limits to it also, but they really like to be free. They really like to have the space of their own. They are very adventurous people. They are very upgoing people. They are very change loving people. They will welcome the change. And this is very beautiful actually, because you love that you are very courageous and you are on the moves, and you have the tendency to see, if you have 248 in your core number, then I must tell you one thing, that you may have the tendency to either commit too soon, or to not commit too soon, or to break up too soon. So you need to actually take your time to decide on things, whatever you want to do in life, whatever relationship you are keeping. It could be personal, it could be professional also, but you need to be very very efficient and very clear in doing what you want to do in life. But number 5 are very good communicator, and that is good for others. Let's move to number 6. This is a parental figure number, and you have a nurturing quality to you, and you are a changing person who will love to give advices to other. You are a Mr. or Mrs. Fix It, because people would be very near to you, and people will come to advices for you. You have a tendency to make others people's problems your own, and you have a nurturing quality also. Your mood swings could be very difficult, and you can even change the mood swing of the room in which you're present. So it is affecting a large many people, and you have a tendency to be needed at all the time places. So you motivate others, but you want to motivate others who need you. So there is a need in you to be needed always. So this has to be controlled, otherwise this is a very motivational number. And so you take care of others, and this is very 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 important number, and people really like you and love you, and you organize things for them. If you are not doing it yourself correctly, they will do it for you. Let's move to number 7. Number 7 is an alluring number, but this is an aloof number also. So people take you as attitude filled, or people can take you as an introvert. You could seem to be very mysterious to others. You to observe a number of things before making any statement on things. So people may think that you are an observer, you are an intuitive, and you are directing all your energies to be very private. So you could be giving an idea of a very private person, and having very private thoughts, and mixing with others could be a little difficult for you, because you are very observant and you don't want others to come near you, and you take your time for others to actually get into your inner circle. Let's move to number 8. This is a number in which attitude number 8 will give you personality which is very ambitious, especially related to money. You could be overworking, you could be doing a lot of work that could bring a conflict in your personal relationship also. You need to put up your work aside, and then give a very comfortable time to your family and to your friends, and it is very needed, and different approach is always needed. But you have a tact to actually get attracted toward the materialistic things and money especially. And I must tell you that you are very focused, and you are very ambitious, and the general idea is very bossy, that you can appear to be very bossy and very ambitious as far as money is concerned. And you need to create a balance also, and you need to have the identify of your own to resume into things, not only going on for the material things also only. So this could be what is actually seen by others. This could be the impression what others are getting for you. Let's move to number 9. This is a number which is in charge of everything. You are competent, you are liable, you are compassionate, you are humanitarian, you have skills, and you do things with dignity, you do things with such a grace that very difficult things will appear to be very simple to others, and they won't even believe it, that you have done it so beautifully and so easily, that it might appear that they can do it also, but it will be very hard for others to complete what you have done, because you you show it your skills as if they're very simple skills, but they're not. And nobody can do that amount of hard work as you are doing. You could be ambitious also, but you're very humanitarian. You have a just to do service, and it's very important that you are compassionate, you are humanitarian, you are prideful, but you are very graceful and dignityful. So this was attitude number for you, my friends. Please, please, please search your attitude number and find out for yourself, and keep connected. I'm going to give you some more beautiful lectures and workshops on this numerology, and this is modern numerology for you. And keep connected. Thank you so much.